Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're watching AMTV Alternative Media Television. I am very, very concerned with how President Barack Obama has been handling Syria. Now, we've all had a moment to digest over the past 24 hours his statement, his speech that he gave addressing the world. Syria is celebrating in the streets right now. Syria thinks that they won. The regime or the government that Obama has accused of using chemical weapons on its own people, if that's even true in the first place, which I don't think that it is. I think it's a false flag stage terror attack that whether or not you want to call it conspiracy, or the United States government has been arming the rebels and insurgents with the technology to stage that event, to promote intervention, it seems to be the case in this case. But what is most concerning to me is that the president is preparing the United States for an attack. And not the kind of attack you think I'm inferring. I really believe that not only has the president shown incredible weakness here, I mean, he has presented himself as a very, very weak commander-in-chief. Russia, China basically said, look, don't touch Syria or we're going to respond. And he backed down. He basically put his tail between his legs, and he's going to now look to Congress, and they're going to wait days. He's not even going to invite Congress back sooner rather than later. He's going to let them come at their leisure to come back on the 9th and discuss and debate while a war is going on whether or not he's going to act. So he's put himself in an incredible weak position. More importantly, he has put the United States in an incredible, vulnerable situation. What do I mean by the statement, the president is preparing the U.S. for an attack? He's not necessarily, in my opinion, preparing the U.S. for an attack overseas in Syria. He's preparing for an attack here at home. I want you for a minute to understand the gravity of that. And I want you to take the perspective of America's enemies, who now views America as a weak, weak country that says they're going to do something and then doesn't do it. That says if you cross a red line, I'm going to strike. If you do this, I'm going to do that, but then backs down. Now, I don't agree with intervention in Syria. I am 110% against it. But this is either amateur hour on a whole new level from the president, and he's showing his true colors as a completely and totally incompetent commander-in-chief, or there's a reason he's putting the United States in this vulnerable position in the first place, where perception is reality. Remember this, perception is reality. And the perception Obama just gave to the entire world, the entire planet to see, is that we're weak. And in the eyes of an enemy country, or a country that is an enemy to the United States, this would be the time you strike. This would be the time you invade U.S. soil, drop bombs, like what we got at Pearl Harbor in Honolulu before the outburst of World War II. You strike now, when the United States is systematically bankrupt, insolvent, operating a Ponzi scheme at the Federal Reserve, 0% interest rates, an artificial system, and also combined at a moment and at a juncture in U.S. history, a dangerous time where the President of the United States has presented to the world and shown the colors, shown the hand that the United States is weak. We are vulnerable to attack, folks. We are vulnerable to an invasion here in the United States. And I don't mean to be an alarmist, and I realize we delve into all kinds of extremely controversial content on this channel and on our media organizations and through our content on a regular basis. But this is reality. I mean, this is real. And honestly, it makes me very nervous. It makes me very frightened about what might come in the not too distant future. I mean, keep in mind that we are already at war. An information war, a surveillance war, NSA, Snowden, this Cold War, this second Cold War we're currently engaged with Russia, and an implosion of the Middle East, an open wound that is about to be dug deeper. And President Barack Obama just showed the United States' hand. I'm Christopher Green. Get it out everywhere. Make it viral. Hard-hitting it in your face. Peace.